I've never used parries before. I've always figured out just the enemy's tells and dodged around it. I don't know how many centuries that would take for this boss, though. So that's the trick. You roll into him. I think somebody said that. This isn't a Mario game. Your enemies don't do contact damage. Oh god, you can't sit next to him while he's changing forms. Okay, learned. Well, did tons of damage there. Alright, so this really teaches us something. Every Souls game boss has a ridiculous tactical trick that makes the game pissingly easy if you learn it. And it's random, and it's weird, and it's arbitrary, and you would never guess it. And yeah, just roll into him over and over again, and then he's super easy. I can do this. I almost did it. For the Bell Gargoyles, it was wait for their period of immobility while they're breathing fire. For Ornstein and Smo, it was use the pillars as cover. There's always one little weird random dance move. And once you figure it out, these fights just become very, very simple. It's interesting. It's like this dude's moveset was tailor-made to punish panic rolling. And it does. And that was all she wrote! 30 attempts. Or I like to think, 2 attempts once I got the tactical dance move in mind. Oh, fuck you, Souls games. So not all Souls games bosses are like that, but it's such a pattern with these games. Just, you take one little tactical assumption and everything becomes pissingly easy. Give me more Twinkling Titanite, please. Although I might not need it now, even though I upgraded my shield. Yeah, that's fine. I'll hang on to it. I upgraded my my Grass Crest shield because I thought I might have to use this and learn how to parry. I was going to be very upset if that turned out to be necessary. Like, I've never, ever parried in any Souls game ever, and this I didn't want to be told 3.5 games in that it was suddenly necessary to beat a boss fight, because that's just not a skill I've ever ground up. That's all good. Let's just, how does one get up there? There's got to be a way. Let's just say that, An enemy's strength is also its weakness. His strength was his pursuing ability, the way that he was like tailor designed to punish panic rolling. He invades your personal space, but if you invade his personal space right back, it becomes easy. This switch must work now that the boss fight's done, right? No? What about this one? Or is there another switch? I got myself some stat upgrades too. While thinking about how best to tackle this boss fight, I was just kind of idly farming souls outside. And GMA, before you ask me. There. Those are the stats currently. Screenshot it if you want. Although, yeah, I think the dexterity's only that high because of the ring I have equipped. Which is good. I could use all the attack power I can get. Well, now that that's done, let's explore a little further. Weren't there 2 crystal slugs here? I hope missing one doesn't mean it's lost forever. That would suck. Whoa. Oh, giants. Are y'all gonna wake up and beat the shit out of me? That's all I deserve. You guys are of a decidedly different species than the... Oh, hey there. Yeah, you guys are of a decidedly different species than the giants that had asshole faces in Dark Souls 2. Who are you guys, and why do you have magic weapons that you're trying to beat the crap out of me with? I feel like I've come into some cult's enclave here. And you guys are like the border security. We'll build a wall to keep the dregs out. They're unfit even to burn. And we'll make them pay for it. Ow. Is that a bonfire? No, it's just light. Alright, well, I prefer not to get shot, so I guess I'm not staying up here. I killed your Darth Pope in a hole in the ground a long time ago. Or, for all I know, you're of a different denomination. Human dregs, ugh. Probably give this to that lady and she'll sit and start selling different things. Proves an Aldrich faithful has met their duty. Oh god. This is a cult. Ew. I'd like to go down and fight a giant, but I don't think I can take on all of them all at once. Ooh, and you have a ceremonial dagger. Let's put that in the treasure chest of Tel Megiddo underneath the Vatican. I don't know if I should even bother the giants. I feel kind of bad. But I do want to see what they drop. Back into the castle. Oh, really? I guess it truly is a cathedral, if there was a pontiff in here. Yeah, it's just an elevator down to where I came from. But it allows me to shortcut back up from the bonfire. Please give me some twinkling titanite. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine too. I'll take any mats. Not a McConaughey, though. That's the one mat I won't take. Alright, alright, alright. Are you a mimic? Yes. I'm not in the mood for your shit, so I'm going to put you down quickly. Oh my god, your health bar is enormous, even for a mimic. Oh no, please don't kill, don't kill. Please don't let this be a one-shot. Ow, 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 ow. I was just embered yesterday. Golden Ritual Spear? That's not a weapon? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it does magic damage. But not in the form of lightning damage. And also, I lack stats to wield it, whatever. So that's what this whole upper terrace exists for, eh? Alrighty. Back down we go. Anything interesting at all under here? You think magic scares me? Because it does. So you're correct to think that. Dark stone plate ring, oh my. Nice. That's certain to come in handy at some point. Kind of wish I had a red stone plate ring. Or a blue stone plate ring? Does that do magic? What a beautiful open courtyard made entirely out of stone built into the side of a mountain. Makes me feel like I'm slowly fighting my way up through, Minas Tirith. Drang Twin Spears. Oh my goodness. That must be the physical version of the magic weapon that the dude just used on me. Nothing here but a pet. Oh, fuck you too, game. The magic users in this game insist on speaking sometimes, and it's really creepy. Beware the bastards kiss me, oh, these are deacons, but they're wearing a different color robe, so it might be just a different deacon denomination. A dead deacon denomination. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Why is it that religious figures are so frequently seen using magic in fantasy games? Religious people historically were terrified of witchcraft. Well, I guess it depends on which religion we're talking about. But the deacons here and their clothing design is clearly inspired by Catholicism. And Catholics, they hated magic. Witchcraft spooked the shit out of them. But nothing wrong with a little recontextualization as we've become more enlightened, yeah? A deep weapon? What does depth do? Okay, it's just darkness at the expense of stat scaling. Stat scaling is always the way to go long term. Magical damage can help you out a little bit in the short run. Yeah, don't break a frickin' nail or anything. You're not even alive at all. Oh! Oh, brutal. Oh, fatality. I might as well have just ripped your own esophagus out and strangled you with it. And some of you guys are just dead already and you're just set design, right? Ooh. Gonna do some battle on some really terrible footing. While multiple great arrow archers try to pelt the shit out of you from a distance. Oh, that sounds good. Yep, I predicted correctly! Let's, go down and handle this on better ground, yeah? God damn it, ow. This is embarrassing. Be it thousands of years later, the Silver Knights and Dark Knights are not any easier to deal with. Especially since you can just enchant your sword whenever you want to. One down. God knows out of how many. Oh, God, too close. If that connected, that would have knocked me straight into the drink. God, Souls games love to do this. It's like doing a tightrope walk while people shoot at you. Actually, it is that, literally, isn't it? More ashes to give to the lady? Look at that bright, tranquil sky. Dark, tranquil sky. Cold, dark, tranquil sky. There is no meaning, life is an abyss. Give unto the darkness. Oblivion is your one true god. I killed so many of you in End Orlando. Blew through half of my Estus just to get up here. Can we have a dialectic? I was thinking more Socrates or Hegel. Can you recite Hamlet's soliloquy? Or you just gargle while you bleed out and die. That's fine too, I guess. To be or not to. Yeah, without a 3,000-mile sightline on me, you're not as intimidating as your bros, sorry. How does that feel? I dodged you 3 consecutive times while you had me backed into a corner. Nothing fun going on over here? Nothing at all? No. So that knight was here just to shoot me in the back as I try to run down here. Would really like to pick off one of you. You're tough, but I'm tougher. Slightly. Anybody gonna try to shoot me here? No? Alright, let's do this. Oh, you're a spear user. That's fun. I get it. When you energize your weapon like that, that's your art, right? That's what's using your focus points. I'm too close to dead. This isn't comfortable at all. Let's just go down here and hope to Christ there's a bonfire. Disconnect me back to the earlier bonfire. Oh my. Oh my, I'm turning a whole building. Another corkscrew contrap. There's so many little design call-outs here to Dark Souls 1. Another corkscrew column that looks eerily like the one from Anor Londo. So is the game trying to hint here that this is like the future decrepit version of Anor Londo? And I went and fought the Pontiff in the same building, albeit renovated many times, that the original Chosen Undead fought Ornstein and Smough in. Yeah. This is the corkscrew column to a T. No question. There's another bonfire. We go up even further. Ah! That really caught me by surprise. Oh, fuck. Okay. So that is the cathedral that we fought Ornstein and Smough in. Oh, God. So this really is then the new, or not really the new, but just the decrepit Anor Londo, probably future civilizations built up upon the ruins of after the Chosen Undead decided to link the fire. I wonder what's in the cathedral now. Anor Londo. Why not, if it had been repopulated, why not rename it? It's like the landmass and presumably at least a couple of the historical buildings of Tenochtitlan still exist, but today we just call it Mexico City. So are the Great Golden Knights still guarding the front door, I wonder? No, but another Silver Knight is. You know what all this is making me think of? One of the... Not one of the, but the only Final Fantasy game that I actually kind of like, Final Fantasy V. You start the game in the first world, and then you travel through a dimensional portal to the second world, which is quite a bit different. And then, in the final act of the game, you go to a third world, which is really just a combination of the first two before you go on to fight the final boss. Like, it has all the geographical structures of both worlds combined together. It has the monsters and the enemies of both worlds combined together. And Dark Souls 3 feels like that for Dark Souls 1 and 2. Like, Dark Souls 2 was a very different world that really didn't seem to take all that much inspiration from the first, including the enemies and the geography and everything, and the end goal of the game. It was like only tertiarily related to the first one. Man, those knights were super expensive to kill, but I don't want to set the bonfire and respawn them just yet. Man, it's like coming home. Look at this. But now Dark Souls 3 is combining both of those games into one. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to get proficient at fighting Silver Knights all over again. Hey, Smith Giant. I murdered some of your friends out in the courtyard. Oh, no. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad. Oh, I feel like I want to hold a candlelight vigil for you. I really dug that guy. Like, his only agenda in life was just to smith weapons and armor. Talk, 'tis no good, but to smith, that is good. Oh, man. That made me all sad now. I mean, this is allegedly, centuries or millennia in the future versus Dark Souls 1, so he probably had a good time. I mean, if he survived long enough to even have his body there, it kind of implies that after the chosen undead linked the fire in the first game, that he just went on smithing. And then what? A new chosen undead eventually emerged when maybe a century or two later, after the first chosen undead was became too old and burned out to link the fire any longer. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some practice on these dudes. But let's go back to the shrine and see if Andre has anything he can do with that massive coal. The giant's coal that I just got.
That is, wasn't he? My, seems like ages passed. I imagine his passing was long ago.
Yeah, no doubt.
I miss the old bugger, I do.
We all do.
My thanks. I'll be sure this coal is put to good use. I'll be smithing weapons never afore seen by the likes of ye. It's but a small service to pay my humble respects.
What upgrades does this let you do now?
Gracious, let I only hope.
So me giving you some shit-covered ashes empowers you to sell new items. I'm not really clear on how this works. Wood grain ring. That's new. Not really necessary, though. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. You sell new arrows. Cool. Oh, so you do have some useful stuff. Nice. I know I need chunks for my scythe, but can you upgrade my bow? Yes, you can. Sweet.
Be careful.
I'll come back and upgrade again when I get some more souls. But for now, I need practice on the Silver Knights, because they're not exactly the same as in Dark Souls 1, which means I'm really going to need to grind up some skill here, otherwise it'll just take forever and take all my Estus to kill one of them. May a flight of angels sing thee to thy rest. Ew. This is ash, isn't it? This isn't snow. The stairs are all built up with ash. Gross. I mean, I only say that because in this game, ash is like almost synonymous with human remains, like burned up bodies. Ugh. Man, this place has seen better days. It's all gross in here now. Will the front door open again? Some giants are left in here. You're not the giant thing I'm familiar with, though. And you do curse damage. Cool. Well, whatever. I got the door open. Yeah, some nasty squatters have come in here. We have an enormous drop rate of mats. Mats that I can now purchase unlimited. Yeah, must be another boss in there, yeah? It's just closed forever now, right? Yeah, probably. And the path that led on down to the demons, the lightning demons, would have been right here, which has since been dropped a very long ways. And then the entrance to the chapel, or the cathedral proper, palace proper, would be over there, but yeah, I don't need to rehash all that. I'd like to kill the giant beast in here just once. Where was it? See some slugs. Actually, you're not slugs, are you? You're slimes. Slugs are a different enemy. Were you, like, up on the wall? Why didn't I see you? Can you come out? Wildly flailing your limbs around. Semper sequendo odorum sanguis, fedex correndo ex infernales. You're not as threatening if I can face you from above. Oh no, a biting attack. It's time to die! Thank goodness for this Estus ring. Makes every swig of Estus go further. Time to get cursed. So in this game, cursing just counts as an insta-kill, right? That's all it really means. It doesn't have your health bar after the fact. It must be on the ceiling and you just drop behind me. Yeah, you get close too quickly. I can't zone you out, I don't think. Or can I? I don't know. Ah. Being an archer does pay off. Aldrich's Ruby. Interesting. Oh, sweet. I don't ever do critical attacks, so meh, but GMA probably loves that ring. He loves to parry. Just like most slimes, you're completely ineffectual, but you have a billion health, so you take forever to kill. Actually, that's not true. You don't have a billion health. You just have extremely high defense, which is a thing for some slimes in RPGs. First time I go through an area, I generally like to kill everything. So I will slowly whittle down these slimes, and then go up and kill the deacons, and then figure out what's behind the fog wall, and on whatever subsequent attempts on the boss behind the fog wall, I will just run on through, because I already know these guys. There's a chest right there, too, that I should open. And it's not a mimic, because I just hit it. Hopefully I didn't hit it twice, because I don't want to turn it into rubbish. Oh, thank goodness I didn't turn that into rubbish. I'll certainly want to turn that in before I go behind the fog wall. What religion are you guys part of? Probably whatever religion worships the linker of the fire, I guess. I don't know. The same religion that worshipped Gwyn. Not just yet. Let's very slowly clear out these slugs. I could use the mind-numbing tedium to freshen my brain up. So many slugs. Or slime, sorry. Oh yeah. Might be the one thing that these grenades are good for. I suppose I could have used a fire augment on my weapon. That would have sped it up as well, but it's all good. Gives a good excuse to get these grenades out of my inventory. Now, is there still a door off to the remainder of the manor of this palace? It's not looking like it. Yeah. Filled up with debris. So that means it's time to go into the boss, but I really should go... Yeah. I'm going to go back and then just run on through and not waste time killing everybody. And I want to get my Estus upgraded for sure. Embering is representing less of a health boost than it used to. Like, my health bar is already fairly large even without it. Ah, good start. Attempt number whatever, 1, I guess. Aldrich, Devourer of Gods. My goodness, you're impressive looking. And you look like Gwendolyn with that head. Or with that crown. You kind of upset that the Chosen Undead killed Ornstein and Smough here forever ago? Ow, 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 ow. Yeah? I believe that you're like a new, ancient, necrotic version of Gwendolyn. So, these columns, which should have been broken down forever ago, but could have also just been remade in the meantime. I doubt they're going to protect me from lots of magic stuff. Now, how to fight you? I wonder if this is going to be a ranged fight. This just never stops, does it? You do this forever now. Ow! This has got some of the musical cues of the Moonlight Butterfly. Okay, yeah. I can't stand still long enough to use an arrow on you, so I gotta get in close. You can do that AoE to punish me and then flee. Second form? Yeah, you cast fire where you are now. Fighting in the shade. God damn it, it follows you now. That arrow raid is really the thing to attempt against. Yeah, before his form change, it doesn't follow you. The trajectory of the arrow raid does not change, but after the form change it does. Should probably have to dodge that more liberally. Yeah, you gotta keep dodging for the duration of the arrow raid as trajectory changes to stay with you. God, that's gonna be rough. This is gonna be the painful attempt, isn't it? Where I get him down to 1 hit point and he manages to kill me. Close enough. Attempt number 16. Gotcha! 16 attempts, ain't the worst. And that... Lord of Cinder, that frustrated me way, way less than Sullivan did. Just because the fight was way less binary. Like with Sullivan, you either kick his ass with very little effort, or you die instantly. It's really binary. But with... Am I right for thinking that that's like a corrupted ancient Gwendolyn? Aldrich? I'll just call it Aldrich for now. So with Aldrich, though, I felt like I was learning something with every attempt. And the first, you figure out what all of his move patterns are. And then after figuring out what all the move patterns are, you figure out how to dodge the ranged ones in his second form. And then you find out that when he goes down into the muck and tries to reappear, he'll always go to whatever corner is furthest away from you. So you end up just darting. You know where he's going to be in advance, so you can start running over there quickly, and you just end up darting back and forth between opposite corners of the room. And the important part about getting there quickly is if you're within melee striking distance, that encourages the AI of the boss to not use the very dangerous ranged moves on you, and instead use the much less dangerous melee moves. Let's explore thoroughly before I go into the Chamber of the Princess. So yeah, really, that was a very fun boss fight to learn. I'm down with that. I'm not quite so down with Sullivan the Magnificent two-shotting you for being aware of his existence. You don't have to be in his room, you don't even have to look at him, just be aware of him and he'll come out of fucking nowhere and two-shot you. Fuck Sullivan. Really? Well, yeah. I guess the princess's hologram. There's no reason to keep it up this long in the future. Sun Princess Ring. What would Guinevere bestow upon me? Really? So you finally get an HP regen, eh? Alright, which one do I want to give up for that? My health is rarely maxed out, so I'll swap these two. I'll become a little bit less sharp for a little bit more tankiness. For somebody who's still trying to learn how to play the game, that makes a lot of sense. Now, before I end this video, I guess I could learn what the soul does that I just got, but before I end this video, I'd like to see how quickly this health regen is. So I can actually see it tick up here. 2 HP per second? That's not bad at all. Is that faster than in Dark Souls 2? I'm certainly gonna hang on to it. Anyway, yeah, let's go home. Back to the Firelink Shrine to assess what I've gotten. At most, this would give me 2 stat points. Yep, that's about right. Alright, there you go, GMA. That is my current soul level at the end of this video. 61, 24, 24, 23, 24.
Farewell, Ashenwood.
And now for the souls I've collected in this video. Okay, the Pontiff soul gives you a couple of swords. I won't eat the soul, but that's not sounding interesting. Huh. So... it can make the same bow that you can make for killing Gwendolyn, the Darkmoon longbow, which helps to, like, assure me that that is just an ancient corrupt version of Gwendolyn. So I won't... and you can also make the Life Hunt scythe. So neither one of those are probably going to be important for me, but interesting. And who knows, I might try out the Darkmoon bow, if nobody suggests otherwise. Well, cool. Took a lot of effort, but I got 2 bosses down in this video, that's pretty good. So what's next? It truly is time to go to the Profane Capital, right?